You just bought that because you seen him on the Super Bowl, didn't you?
No. That's what somebody's going to comment. Yeah.
You just opened your store last week.
No. You just opened your store last week. You're not qualified.
Wait. We're not ready for the rant yet. Not ready for the rant yet.
I'm not ready to
come. That was a preview, though.
I'm not ready to come for y'all yet.
Stay tuned. Welcome to the show, guys. I'm Mark here from Back to the Media.
I'm Danny.
This is Danny. And we're going to show you some recent vinyl pickups today. And we're also going to show you a Boglin. These guys are coming back in case you haven't seen.
We're getting them
Pretty
too.
Sweet. Yeah.
We what is, it's not donated, but, well, is it donated? Donated to the Kickstarter?
It was a Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter.
Shout out to Boglins, if you remember these little guys. My kids love these things. I had these things for a while. And, yeah, they're excited that they're coming back. But, anyway, today's show, we're going to talk about some of our recent pickups. And we're going to go on a little vinyl rant. She'll probably lead it. She'll think she's got some stuff on her mind.
I got some stuff to say.
Got some stuff to say.
I've got some
a little bit of drama for your mama.
Some bones to pick.
Ooh.
Bone picking.
Bones, these bones.
Record picking and bone picking.
Bone picking.
I'm good at both.
Let's show them some records that you picked up lately.
All right. Oh.
Personal collection stuff, guys.
This is, yeah.
NFS. Not for sale.
Not for sale. First off, I'm keeping it in the plastic because it's super precious to me. Look, guys, that is signed.
Autographed by the late, great
by the king himself.
David Bowie.
My favorite person ever.
Shout out to our buddy James on that. He sold that to me and I was able to surprise her with that.
Early birthday gift. My birthday is not till April, but he could not help himself.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Look, a squirrel. Look at you're sitting closer than I am too. I'm just scooting on back a little bit.
Okay, I'll scoot back.
There you go. Hey, look. There you go. Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
I'm just excited.
There you go. Some of the latest things we picked up. I do collect 78 records too, so I just got this Johnny Cash Original Sun record. Hope the glare's not getting you there. But that's pretty awesome. This is Give My Love to Rose and Home of the Blues by Johnny Cash, number 279. This was pretty great. I've already spun this on my Audio Technica LP120. I love these old shellac records. They got just such a different sound to them. And they are very fragile.
Cute. I like the...
Yeah, these sleeves are great too. This
sleeves are just, I don't know.
Disco-file on these sleeves. They're pretty banging.
I like the color of them. I just think they're cute. Oh, our background is different. We're actually in our music room. We're in our media vinyl room right now. It's still under... not construction because we weren't building, but we're rearranging. We had to build more shelving because we were literally running out of storage for all the records that we are amassing.
And they're spilling onto the ground.
Yeah, but hopefully once we get it all straightened out and organized the way we want it, we'll give y'all a little tour.
What else? Show them something.
Oh. This one, which is one of my favorite Jane's Addiction albums, nothing shocking, but also it's also signed. That is another recent acquirement.
It's actually a gold stamp promo too.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been wanting an original press of this, and I lucked out and was able to get a signed copy.
That also came from James.
James
is the man.
Our friend is the hookup
when it comes
on
to
really
autographed
cool,
items.
authentic signed stuff. Don't be commenting. Y'all got a certification? How do y'all know? We know.
Clash, London Calling, Japanese pressing. I got this to sell, but then I don't know. I got it and I just fell in love with it, so I kept it because.
Well, you love the Clash.
Yeah, the Clash is one of my all time favorite bands. I got almost just about every album that they had. I'm probably missing something, I'm sure, but
that OB strip just really, I love it.
It's nice. I like it. So, and it was in great shape. Original London Calling. Probably my favorite album by The Clash. I think a lot of people could say that. That's pretty much like their most polished, refined album, I guess you could say. I love their first album too, though, a lot. It's more punk, I guess you could say. But every song on here is just great. I love when they start kind of dabbling into the reggae sound a little bit. That was some of my most favorite stuff, especially when Give 'Em Enough Rope and stuff. A lot of great stuff from The Clash, and this is like their all-time best.
All right. Now next I have one of my favorite jazz musicians, Vince Guaraldi, who is more popularly known for being the Peanuts guy. He did all the music for Charlie Brown, but I fell in love.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I fell in love. Well, I grew up watching Charlie Brown and, you know, all the movies and the cartoons, and I've always loved the music. There's just always been something so cozy about it. So it's a lot of sentimental things for me too. But then I started to dive into his other work, and man is amazing. And my favorite off this is the incomparable, or no, he does a song with Bola Sete. I think that's how you pronounce it. Guys, if I'm not saying it correctly, I'm sorry.
They'll let you know.
They'll let you know, which we'll get to that when I have my rant. If you don't pronounce things the right way, you don't know what you're talking about.
Woo!
Okay, but anyways, like, Autumn Leaves is such a beautiful track. Django, which Django is another awesome jazz artist, but he has a song called Django. But yes, I was so excited to have this because I really don't have a lot by him. I mean, I've got the Peanuts soundtrack, but this is definitely getting a lot of spins lately.
T-Bone Walker picked it up, never heard it, and played it, loved it. Very, very good. T-Bone Walker. This was the album Funky Town, and it's blues, but it's like kind of funky blues. You know, got that really like sweet vintage sound. I really enjoyed this. I spun it once. I'll probably spin it again because I thought it was actually very, very good. It's on Blues Way, ABC Records original. So I thought that was pretty great.
I have two more Roxy Music editions. I own pretty much all of their discography, but I had to have these two. Both, you know, greatest hits compilation albums. Both have pretty much the same songs. Brian Ferry, love him. Love is the Drug is one of my absolute favorite songs by Roxy Music. But I don't know, I've really come to love them, and I've been checking them out a lot recently. So, yep.
My next pickup here is Pantera's Metal Magic. This is an original press. I actually got it from Germany, and it's been in the post.
That was the one that was in limbo.
Yeah, it was in the postal service.
We didn't know if it was gonna come
for like 3 months, and I did not know. I figured it was lost. I kept my cool about it. I mean, literally 3 months. Literally, this was in the mail for 3 months from a store over in Germany. And I literally, like, you know, I talked to the seller and, you know, told him that I haven't gotten it yet and all this stuff. I was very calm about it, though. And he was very, very appreciative. He's like, I wish all buyers were as understanding as you are. So take that, you know, as a grain of salt.
Don't give the sellers a hard time because honestly, once they send it off to the post office, it's out of the seller's hands. There's nothing they can do about it. It's in
God's hands. Like, literally, guys, you know, I'm waiting on this album. It's an expensive album, you know, but I told the guys, like, he's like, I'm going to take care of you no matter what. Let's just give it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, another month. You know, I know that they're really backed up, and then it finally arrived. It really did. It was 3 months of waiting. And then I actually got it. I was going to run it through our weekly record auctions that we have on our Facebook page, because I know a lot of people want this, but I already have Power Metal, so I was like, well, it'd be cool to have this album too, since I already have Power Metal, and I've never listened to this particular album. I like Power Metal though. I think it rocks. I think it's really, really good, but I know that one is with Phil. This is with Terry Glaze on vocals, I believe. Everybody's so young looking here on the back. It's just crazy. It's definitely the you know, not the Pantera that you know and love. This is a very earlier, more of a glam rock Pantera. So I'm going to check it out. And if I don't like it, I'll probably sell it.
Next up is a record that I grew up listening to. My mom has this one, Malice in Wonderland by Nazareth. I love Nazareth. They're one of my favorite bands. And I remember being little. When I was little, I'd always sit in our media room and I just looked through all of the records. I was fascinated with the jackets, and Nazareth was one of the bands that always had the coolest artwork. And if anything, like, I mean, it's a great album. I love this album, but I love the artwork. And on the back, it's like, it's got these like mannequins having a little picnic, and oh no, there's a fire in a field.
Great artwork on that one.
But I don't know, Nazareth was like super cool. I love them. They're one of my favorites.
Green Day, Dookie. I have this album. I actually have an original 94 pressing of this. But this was the Barnes & Noble's Dookie colored exclusive vinyl, limited to only 2,000 copies. So I grabbed that because I thought that was pretty awesome. It's basically poo colored vinyl. Who's going to pass up on that? So
You can spin some poop.
Spin some poo.
Spin some poop.
So I thought that was sweet. Why not? Let's get it. Got that one.
Mm-hmm. My recent pickup is Celestial. I guess you could call it the Christmas album from no other than Rob Halford. I love him. This is actually a great album. I love it. I mean, it's like you get Christmas music, but metal. They're metal.
Metal versions.
Like
Away in a Manger, the heavy metal version.
Donner and Blitzen. It's so good. I love it. And I don't know. And what's cool about this is he had a lot of his family do this album, like playing on this album with him. Like his brother plays, his nephew, his sister helped him a lot on this. So the fact that he has family members helping him, play instruments on this was like super cool.
This next one I got is a total mystery to me. But I seen it at the flea market. This guy's a record dealer at the flea market, and I kind of just had to have it. This is Smithfield Freeman. I have not even spun it yet. It's just this.
It's one of those ones you buy based on the artwork alone.
Right.
I would have grabbed it too.
And it's apparently pretty rare. I mean, this guy looks like he almost looks like a young Meatloaf on the front of the cover here.
Does.
But it looks like he's got like blood in his hands, and then you got like all these like
he's in a cemetery.
Yeah, like what are these sires or whatever they're called?
Sirens.
Sirens.
I don't think they're sirens. I think they're supposed to be. I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to be angels. Who knows? Ghosts.
It's dusty. But,
Banshees.
Yeah, it just looks like crazy looking. Like I don't know. Tell me something about it, guys. I ain't spun it yet. So, and it's actually on a strange label here that I'm not too familiar with. Seaman. Yeah, I think that is what it is. It's spelled differently. Seaman Records. Seaman Records. Skaman? Seaman.
I think it's Seaman.
It's Seaman Records. All right, so Smithfield Freeman. Check that out. Have you guys heard this? Have you guys listened to it? I'll report back to see what this is all about. But I don't know. I thought that was cool.
We could do like a first listen.
There you go, first listen.
That would be cool because I'd like to hear it too. I love hair metal. It's no surprise. But one of the albums that I did not have, I just never went out of my way to get it, but it was one that I always wanted, is White Lion, Pride. When the Children Cry. I love that song. But there's a few hair metal bands that are my absolute favorites, and these guys are just becoming one of them. I was excited to have this because I've been wanting this one and found it and grabbed it and happy to own it now.
Found this at my local antique mall just like a week ago. This is Harry McClintock doing the Big Rock Candy Mountains. You've probably heard this song on Oh Brother Where Art Thou whenever the credits are coming up as soon as the movie starts. This is the original 78 of it. That's pretty sweet. You're talking 1920s, 1930s on this, and I've already spun this. This was pretty fun to listen to. So that was another grab that I picked up.
It's like a time warp.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really cool.
It's crazy.
Had
too many.
I love the Sundays. Love the Sundays. They're a band who they don't get repressed. I don't think this has been repressed at all. I want an original press of Blind, but that's really
you're on that. 89?
It's really, really pricey.
Yeah,
he ended up getting a collection, and one of the boxes, like always, same old song and dance, Water Damage. And it wasn't the one we posted the video of the new wave and the post-punk. This was a different collection, but this was one of the ones that made it and survived. And this is Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. I love the Sundays. Such an awesome kind of like alternative early 90s band. They do on Blind, they do a cover of Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones, and it is one of the most beautifully well done covers I've ever heard.
I like that cover.
Oh, it's so.
Good.
You know what?
I never even heard of
I'm
them
gonna.
until she actually was telling me about
Oh, it's so good, and I'm probably gonna offend a lot of people, but I like the Rolling Stones, but I think the cover is better than the original. There, I said it.
Next up, I got a copy of Cinderella Heartbreak Station.
Oh.
Original first pressing of that, and it was actually still sealed when I got it, and I opened it.
Ooh, for shame.
Oh, shame.
He doesn't deserve it.
But yeah, nice, brand new. Shout out to Gary and Vanna at Xeno Records.
Zena's Records out in California.
Out in Cali.
Our buddies.
They hooked us up on this one.
Yeah.
I think it was the last Cinderella album I need.
You know what?
They probably put out newer stuff after this that
I should have
haven't paid
grabbed.
attention to, but
They got
I needed that one.
my Hobbit box set. They sent. I got.
Oh yeah, Hobbit box set.
I got
I seen somebody asking $50 for that Hobbit box set. I forget where I was at. Was
Really?
at a record store or something?
I got a
Yeah, I've seen it.
Rankin and Bass or Bass. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they had a Hobbit box set, and I'm like, I need that. I love the Hobbit, but I just love the classic cartoon from that.
Oh wait, that was me. Your turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ooh, okay. Ending
there you
it
go.
with, oh my gosh, a new one, yes. I don't really listen to a whole lot of like new what's popular, what's hot music. But the one day I was listening to like the American Top 40 and they played Blinding Lights and I'm like, oh my. He's
You just
amazing.
bought that because you seen him on the Super Bowl, didn't you?
No. That's what somebody's going to comment. Yeah.
You just opened your store last week.
No. You just opened your store last week. You're not qualified.
Wait, we're not ready for the rant yet. Not ready for the rant yet.
I'm not ready to
That
come.
was a preview, though.
I'm not ready
Stay
to.
tuned.
I'm not ready to come for y'all yet.
Stay tuned.
Anyways, this whole album is amazing. After Hours, get me off track.
You just like the weekend because they were on the Super Bowl. It's coming.
God, it is coming.
Bring it.
It's all right. It's all right. Whatever. Think what you want. I don't have to prove anything to any of y'all, to be honest. Oh, we just love music. Anyways, I got this forever ago when Target did their exclusive. It is a gold blood splatter wax. I love this album because I love. Yeah, it's really cool looking. I love new wave, and he really went.
Ooh, look at that.
Isn't that awesome? He really went with the new wave sound with this album, and I mean, In Your Eyes, it's got Kenny G playing on it. So how can you not? I mean, The Weeknd, he's amazing. A lot of people didn't. I don't really know if
fell asleep. Sorry.
I don't know if I was a fan of the halftime show or not. I mean, he's different. He's very theatrical, so.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand how theatrical he is, you're not going to get it. And you're probably going to be like, ooh, lame. But whatever. Anyways, this is an excellent album. I love it. I'm going to let him finish because I could talk all day about him.
I picked out more records than her because I guess I've been buying more than her. But this was great. I bought a collection from a lady, and it was actually off of a floor.
Ooh,
this was sitting on the ground, by the way.
Lo-fi.
Luckily, it survived. It was like a stack of records sitting on the floor, but she had a couple Beatles records, but this was the only one that was a mobile fidelity. So I don't have a lot of these, so I thought that was great. I ended up just keeping this one. Superior sound, just really, really great stuff, and this is an original. Grab that. Grab the Buck Cherry. This is the first pressing of this, I believe, and it's on clear vinyl.
That's the RSD.
Yeah, I already spun this once. I think it's on clear vinyl. Mm-hmm. Love this album. Had it in high school. Listened to it all the time.
Don't people refer to them as like cock rock?
Dude, in my opinion, when they started out, they weren't. They were just a straight up hard rock band, and I was just all about it.
I remember riding around with you when we were dating in high school, and you were blaring that album.
Again, in 1999, I was 13 years old.
Yeah, guys, we were born in 1986.
Yeah, so this was it, man. This was it at the time. I had this album, I had Godsmack's first album, and I just cranked them, man. I cranked them in my little Ford Escort, loud as they could go. A CD, obviously. I wasn't listening to records at 13. My mom had some, but I didn't come out of the womb holding records. We've come to the part of the show where we're going to have a little rant.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Some things that are just on our minds.
Well, not really on our minds. It's been like a pretty consistent thing. And maybe, I don't know, we're new to the world of YouTube. Well, we're fairly new. but some of you guys are pretty harsh. Like, y'all just need to chill out.
It's just records.
They're just records.
It's just records.
Okay? We don't know everything.
Not everybody's going to know everything.
Right. And we've had some, like, comments. This one person just ripped into us because I don't know what their deal was, but they decided that they were going to hop on and say that we just opened our store yesterday and that's pretty much it. And trying to compare us to other accounts here or other channels here on YouTube, it's not a contest. We just come out here to do what we love, which is talk about records.
Talk about records.
And music.
Find records, talk about music.
No, hold on a minute. Do your research before you come at us like that, okay? We've literally been a business for going on 7 years. We have an actual brick and mortar location.
Almost 8 years of a brick and mortar.
It's
not easy.
We didn't just, cough up, the name and just decide, hey, guess what? We're going to try to fake it. This is as real as we get. We're not coming on here trying to pretend to be...
Just because I walk past a $1,000 record...
doesn't mean we're not qualified to own a record store. Or somebody told us today that we were clueless.
And it doesn't really mean anything, because I guarantee you most of the people watching doesn't even know what this is.
Only one person commented letting us know about this. So the person who said we were clueless, sounds like you're a little bit clueless too, because you didn't bring it up.
Yeah, there's only one person that mentioned this, and big shout out to him.
He's awesome. Super nice guy.
But, in the world of records, there's millions of records. There's millions of artists. It's hard to know everything. And to be honest with you, I mean, we're going to do, like, some other videos, like some tips on if you're new to collecting records.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've been collecting for quite some time, though. Just because we are new to YouTube, though.
Dude, you drove with me in my Pontiac Sunfire back in 2005 or 6 and loaded up our very first turntable.
Right.
So that was 2006.
Right.
We bought a Technics?
It was a Technics.
Yeah, and this freaking big old tower. Crammed it into my two-door Pontiac Sunfire. Our first record, it actually came with the turntable, was Steve Miller Band.
Right.
Love the Steve Miller Band. So we've been collecting records for a while.
And I grew up listening to albums. I mean, I grew up on Nazareth. I grew up on Black Sabbath. I grew up on Rainbow, Heart, Stevie Nicks.
Her mom's like
Fleetwood
a rocker.
Mac.
In fact, we got some of your mom's records.
Yeah,
she had a First Press Kiss debut album without the track Kissing Time.
I got her Roxy. I got her Roxy music. So to make a comment like, she says she's got an awesome collection, but she moves past the Roxy music and goes to the Oingo Boingos. Don't you think maybe it's because I already have the Roxy musics? Like, don't sit there and insult my taste or my collection, because I'm not focusing on something that you think I should be focusing on. This is what we like. This isn't what, the world likes. It's just like, I grew up on, the James Gang, Joe Walsh, the Amboy Dukes, Ted Nugent, Outlaws. I mean, guys, I could sit here, I can talk music with you. I'm not, just some idiot who comes on here and tries to pretend like we know stuff that we don't know.
However, we didn't know an Emerson, Lake and Palmer LP
Tarkus,
that
God.
Everybody made sure to let us know about. And
still to this day, somebody commented today that we aren't qualified to own a record shop because we didn't know who Emerson, Lake and Palmer is. I will say this:
I know who Emerson, Lake and Palmer was.
I know who Greg Lake is.
I never paid attention to that album cover because I was like, Tarkus, what is this?
Well, in our defense, a lot of albums, they focus on the name of the record and the band isn't clearly stated. And guys, we do this unscripted. We don't have, a big board set up with information. We just kind of
some cue cards back there.
Right. We just come on and we just talk. And sometimes we get
tongue-tied.
We say
stupid stuff.
We say really dumb things. And honestly, sometimes I'm just like, crap. Squirrel, what was I talking about? Roxy Music, Brian Ferry is the singer of Roxy Music. I better know who, it's like we better know who we're talking about because somebody's going to call us out and say that we don't know what we're doing and that we're liars.
It comes with the territory, guys, and we understand that.
Right.
But, I was watching a YouTuber the other week, and they were talking about some albums that they picked up, and they got a lot of followers, and I love the channel. It's a great channel.
Yeah.
But the person said, they were talking about a Tim McGraw album, and they said that they loved every song on this album because of Tim's songwriting on the album, and the songs really reached him in a certain way. me personally, I know that Tim McGraw doesn't write his music. A lot of country artists don't write their music.
We're not going to hop on and call him out on that, though.
I wasn't going to call him out.
Being a decent person.
But you know what? A bunch of people did call him out, which...
And some of them were pretty rude about it.
And who cares, man? Who cares?
If it's not harming you in any way, why do you feel compelled to make somebody feel and look like an idiot?
It's just
don't
records.
Do it.
It's just vinyl. And we're all new at some point in the game. We've been around for a while, even despite we do say dumb stuff too. And we do miss $1,000 records.
Listen, if you watch our Saturday night record auction on Facebook, you would know this guy can't pronounce names for crap.
Right.
So he will sit there and butcher anyone's name. You know, Skilmason, Ishmilson. Yeah, everybody knows that. He knows that. But you know what? When we're filming these videos, it's late at night. Our kids are in bed because this is our only downtime that we get because we're so busy. We're tired sometimes. You know, not everything's firing on all cylinders and we may mess up. You know, don't be one of those types of people that has to literally nitpick apart every single thing someone says. That's just
it's kind of like
cool.
Like what Dylan was saying from Noble Records.
We love his channel.
Noble
he does
everything
Records.
awesome.
We love Noble Records.
But you know, he made a comment saying that because he's getting the same thing, guys. You know, we all run into
a lot
some
of people
stuff.
do.
He's getting the same thing, and he's basically saying that if you're one of those people that corrects everybody, like if someone says this Beatles album from '67, they're like, oh wait, it came out in 1969. Why don't you know your...
Yeah.
He simply says, nobody likes you.
Nobody likes you.
And if you're that person.
And you know what?
Don't do that.
He's the one who responds to the YouTube comments. Because if I did it...
Woo!
I'm not as nice.
Case in point, we run a record shop. We don't sell just records. We sell video games as well.
Comics.
We sell comic books as well. My knowledge on this stuff is just, insane. You could put 5,000 video games in front of me, and I can tell you what all of them are worth. That's all stored up here. I'm also trying to store all this records, too.
Right.
And then comic books.
Right.
Lay out all the Silver Age books. I'll pick out all the key books. First Iron Man.
We don't just dedicate our life to records. There's lots of other stuff we
First
can
Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom, or whatever you want to talk about.
It's easy to criticize when you don't know all of the details surrounding every single type of situation. Like, so many of you comment, you left this record, you left that record behind. Guys, we grab pretty much everything that you see. Just because you don't see him grab it out of the box and take it with him doesn't mean that he didn't grab it off camera.
Typically, if I'm out looking for records, I'll grab, number one, something that I want, something that I know that I want, and then something that I know I can sell. So if I'm not grabbing it, then it means that I already know that I either can't sell it or I'm just completely clueless about it.
Or we have 15 copies of it that we have to get rid of. I mean, we don't have an endless supply of space to store all of these collections.
Someone's like, why didn't you grab all those Guy Mitchell records? And I'm like, well, I can't even give them away. I'll put them out on my sidewalk sale in my store for $1 a piece.
For our area.
For our area, for our demographics.
And
they just sit. They just sit forever. The same thing with the Burl Ives. Same thing with Burl Ives.
Herb Alpert.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
All great artists, though. Don't get us wrong.
Don't get us wrong.
I mean...
But, when you're in a record store and you're constantly buying every single day and you're investing every dollar into more product, you gotta spend your money wisely. You just don't grab, I don't grab, 10 Burl Ives because I know I already got 50 of them that I can't sell. It's just how it is, man. And, people say Christmas albums, that Christmas album will sell good at Christmas time. Christmas time comes once a year. We got 30,000 albums. We got 30,000 records in our store collection backstock.
Yeah.
We bought so much. We got so much.
Somebody said on our post-punk video that we were utterly pedestrian, and it's like,
who says that?
Some hipster does. Boring? Really? You think we're boring? Well, you know what? That collection that we bought is not something... Maybe you live out in California and you see that type of stuff all the time and it's common as dirt. But where we live, coming across a collection like that in the wild, we live...
We see Glenn Campbell's.
We see Glenn Campbell.
Woo.
We see...
So many of them.
We see Hank Jr.
So many Glenn Campbell's.
We're in
Jr.,
Virginia, guys. Waylon Jennings. I mean, love all those artists too. But it's kind of like, y'all need to lighten up for real. It's just albums. It's just records. this is fun
It's just
for
fun.
us.
We
You
do it
know,
for fun.
we do love music.
We started the channel for fun, guys.
Right.
Not to be like,
because the pandemic,
you know,
quarantine,
you're under a microscope. We get it.
right.
But you know,
The pandemic was going on, and we were like, listen, you know, we had to shut our door to our physical brick and mortar business. We had to close our doors. So we were just like, listen, you know, let's do something to kind of keep our business afloat and get our name out there still. Let people know, hey, we're still here. You know, and it's just, you know, we started it based on something we are passionate about music. We do love music. We do love records. I may not be able to tell you a whole lot of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, but I can tell you a lot about Pink Floyd. I can tell you a lot about the Moody Blues, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. I can tell you about David Bowie, The Cure,
yeah, her Cure
The
collection.
Outlaws.
She's got a lot more Cure. Where is it
Cure.
at? Here.
Yeah, Cure and my David Bowie.
There.
Moody Blues, I've got all 7 of their core albums. I love like Dan Fogelberg. Don't get me started on the Mamas and the Papas and ABBA. I love them too. But, I mean, there's a lot of music out there. And what's fun with not knowing everything is it gives us new stuff to check out.
Yeah, I really don't even look into new artists until I find them. That's
Right.
just kind of how it is.
We
Like,
let them find us.
yeah, I got all these records, and I'm just like, hey,
Like, I wouldn't have bought the
now I'm
Weeknd.
going to listen to this. Like
I-
that Pantera album,
yeah.
I could jump on YouTube and listen to it, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to spin it
Right.
as a first listen.
I would not have bought this album had I not heard one song on the American Top 40, and I'm like, man, this sounds really like new wave. And I saw this and I bought it, and it's excellent. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, you know, we listen to a wide array of stuff.
Wide array. We have to, because, you know, we run a shop, and
Right, we have to
we
be
try
able,
to be knowledgeable about it all, but
right.
we'll never
and we
know
like
it
to
all.
relate to all of our,
Never
oh
know
my
it all.
gosh, like, when it comes to jazz, we are huge jazz fans.
And we're new to that. I mean,
Right.
within the last couple of years, we started getting into jazz music.
Miles Davis,
and,
John Coltrane,
you
Art
know, I mean,
Blakey.
it's not something
I
you
mean,
just dive into. Like, you know, I wasn't in... When I first started getting back into records, I wanted to collect stuff that I was familiar with already. You know, I
Right.
wanted to get into... I'm a big Misfits fan, so I wanted to try to find the original Misfits records. Mighty Mighty Ballstones. I'm a huge Mighty Mighty Ballstones fan. Sublime, Green Day. I wanted all their stuff.
Rancid.
So you go through all that. You get it all, which I pretty much got originals of
Smashing
almost all
Pumpkins
that.
were big.
Pumpkins,
Smashing
we got all
Pumpkins
that. And then you just kind of keep going. And within the last couple of years, we've been getting into jazz. And it's been awesome. Like, you know, that's like
There's so much
a whole new lane to go
awesome
in.
stuff.
And I really started with, we found a bunch of Blue Notes from
Ornette Palmer.
in a collection, and
Is that who? Ornette Coleman.
Ornette Coleman.
Ornette
Yeah,
Coleman.
Ornette Coleman.
Love Ornette Coleman.
And then, like, you know, we got all these Blue Notes, which we'll do a video on that sometime.
Yeah.
But we got, like, Benny Green, which I was new to him. Kenny Dorham, I was new to him. So, checking all that out.
Dave Brubeck.
Dave Brubeck, yeah. Was
Awesome.
new to him.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching, guys. That probably concludes our little rant.
Yeah.
We'll rant some more if you like the rants.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Or,
mean, Kate,
you
you know,
know.
this, if you're gonna take anything from it, you know, everybody starts somewhere,
Right.
and don't be a vinyl bully. You know, I don't know, vinyl elitist.
Don't
whatever
be an
whatever you
elitist.
want to call
Yeah.
it, a gatekeeper.
Right.
That's a good term, gatekeeper. You know,
Gatekeepers.
but there's a lot of that in every hobby, whether it's
Right.
video games, whether it's comic books, baseball cards.
And there's
You're always
some
gonna have the
people-
old timers that just
Yeah.
want to like
or not
cast
necessarily
shade
that.
on the new people.
Not
the new
necessarily
collectors.
that.
So.
You just have people in general who just, you know, don't like what we do. You know, we're a record shop.
There's people that just they don't like
We
they
provide
don't like record shops.
We provide records to people.
Yeah.
And honestly,
They're like them jerks, man. They get them traded into them.
we're a mom and pop business. We're not Walmart. We're not Target. We're not Amazon. We're not a big corporation. We're just trying to do the best that we can do. Meanwhile, putting money back into
Your
You know.
your community.
our community
Yeah.
and trying to be a good, you know, pillar of our community.
Right.
You know.
So, but we are lovers of music. We'll have more collection videos
this
and show you
is
some.
just a small
this-
portion
yeah,
of what
this-
we have.
this
It
room
goes over
goes
there.
over to
it
there,
goes over there.
and around the
I
corner.
mean,
But there's
and
records.
we've got records
There's
all
records on the floor
because we're
currently.
alphabetizing, guys.
Yeah,
We're
A through Z.
alphabetizing,
A through Z cards.
and they're all in.
Oh, that's a cool one there too.
these.
This is one I haven't even spun yet either. Look at this.
You got to put a. Yeah.
Dust. Look at that. Picked that up in a collection
We've got
recently.
really cool punk stuff.
This actually is Marky Ramone right here. Did you know this?
It looks like him.
I didn't know
Mark
that when I got
Bell.
it. I learned.
Mark Bell.
Yeah, Mark Bell. Like I didn't know that either. Marky
It's
Ramone's
really
first
cool.
band. Pretty awesome there. I mean, maybe, I'm sure somebody out there is going to see this video and be like, that album rocks. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm excited
because
to.
we have all this to listen to.
Yeah, listen to.
So much stuff, but
But-
we like to have it for when we do want to listen to it.
Yeah. So,
You know?
anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the content, like what we're doing, like and subscribe. If you don't like it, I'm sure you'll let us know. So,
yeah.
thanks for tuning in with us tonight, and we will catch you later.
Have a great day, weekend. Try to have a good month. Just be happy, guys.
Don't worry.
Just listen to music.
Be happy.
Just listen to music. Music is just happiness in general.
That's it.
Put on a record you like and calm down.
Good night.